Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 37 of Let's Play Stone Legion Adventures. So today, we're going to work on a bit of bees. I talked about wanting to do these in the near future, and you know what? I think today might be a good day to work on bees. It's a long, slow process. Well, it depends. You can make it long and slow, or you can make it, high and wild. That sounded weird. Anyways, let's get started. So first of all, one of the things you want are scoops. Actually, we got a bunch of scoops. We found them in a chest. I made a couple in the past, and basically these will help us kill bees, pick up their bee thingies outside. Yeah, I'm just gonna say bee thingies outside. There we go. The next thing we're gonna want is an alveary, and we don't have any of those, I don't think. But we have the, let's see, forestry. Let's see here what we need. I'm derping up on names today. They have to be special. They can't just be, I'm gonna call it something different. Forestry for Minecraft, or Minecraft Forestry, or who knows. Where are you? What the frig? Forestry for Minecraft. There we go. Ta-da! So what we want is, it's down here. Bee house, that's cute. That's like the amateur version, I think. But what we want is apiary, which is impregnated casing, and it gets a little costly. But we have some of these, thankfully, because we wanted and got some. 12 of them. Not a bad start. So what we're going to do is we're going to go fly up here, and basically these are your bee, your main bee components, I guess you can say. And you know what? We should. It doesn't matter where we work on them. I guess we can work on them on the ground, because if we put everything on the roof, then everything's on the roof, right? And that's not as fun. So we can go ahead and we can place them anywhere we want. So let's put them 1, 2. Let's put them on the third one. 1, 2. I guess it doesn't matter if they're side by side like this. You want a bit of room to work, but that's more than enough work if you want to automate them. Maybe we'll try some automation today too. So now we need bees. So now we just fly around and we look for beehives. Well, there's one right over here. So this is as easy as just popping this baby out. There we go, Meadows bee, and flying and looking for more. So it looks like this whole biome will be considered a meadow biome, so that shouldn't be too hard. We should see more of them in that color. Here's another one. And pop. Nice. Interesting. Did that not give me a drone? Huh. Princess. I don't know if I failed there or if that just did not give me a drone. Okay, well that's interesting. I don't know what happens if you don't have the drone. They're princesses, so they're not queens yet, so they're not mated, so that's going to be problematic, I guess. But oh, here is one. Oh, because this is a forest, I guess, so this is a forest hive. There we go. We just lost one of our nets, but we'll work on this one, and we're going to get attacked here in a second. Run away! There we go. We'll probably find more over here as well in this forest, but let's stay around the edges here. We see one, we see one. This tree over here hasn't finished doing its thing yet. Just floating there. Actually, I know where to find a ton of them. Of the forest, probably type. Let's fly over here. Maybe we'll find another. Oh, here's one over there. But you know that forest where we're getting charcoal before? That might be a good place to do this, so let's go over there. Oh, and there's another one. So they add up pretty decently. Oh, and there's another one in here, I see. Okay, yeah, this is probably a good spot to find some more. Oh, there's one of these over here. So, if it's in your area, you might as well collect them. There's a lot in the world. Just don't go and get hundreds of them. There's no need for them. These ones are pretty much your default ones. Not too many people are really worried and trying to look for hundreds of these. Yeah, this is where I thought it'd be good ones, because these grow in trees. One thing we can find around here are some trees. And this is why it works perfectly. And here's another one. There you go. Sometimes you find rare ones. I feel like... No, those aren't rare. I guess that's their color. Oh, no, actually, these are called mystical? Mystical drones? Mystical. Huh. Actually, I'm a little confused on that. I didn't know there was mystical drones. That's from the... It's weird. Let's go and get a couple more, which there should be more around here somewhere. Oh, here's a ground one. Oh, and here's one right here. Well, there we go. Those are more normal. Yeah, those are the normal ones. I'm a little confused by these mystical ones. I kind of don't even want to touch them yet because I want to figure out and learn them. Yeah, see, I thought maybe in these empty trees there'll be a good way to find them, like over here. And there's another one right beside it. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna figure out what that is. So is this a mystical one too? Does it actually say something different? Oh, it's a curious hive, magical bees. Oh, okay, so it is a different kind of beehive. Interesting, definitely interesting. So these special tall ones in these trees seem to be special, where the lower ones seem to be a bit more normal. Huh. Interesting, interesting indeed. Okay, let's start heading back, shall we? Well, it looks like I know how to go back, but I guess I had accidentally moved. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Homes. There we go. Now we know where our home is. Maybe flying there in the low area, maybe we'll find more. Oh, here's one, but it's one of those big ones, so that might be one of the mystical ones. No, that's a forest hive. Nice. So I kind of want some of these ones as well. These are kind of the requirement as well for what we're doing here, for some of the bee stuff. So basically it's going to be bee breeding, and this is probably going to take me a couple of episodes just to show you some stuff, so we might have to do stuff in between. I'll probably try to learn some automation and stuff as well, so it's not too boring for us. Whee! Okay, I think we're good for now. And these light up at night too sometimes, so if you're using Ray's minimap, you might be able to see them a little better. This is the mystical? No, this is the forest hive. There you go. Ta-da! So now we can start our bee city. So some of these cannot grow in certain biomes. I don't think we'll have any cause for issues for that here, but just letting you know, sometimes they just do not work. They do not cooperate. So you're going to need drones for the queen. They kind of match up. So thankfully we have probably enough for these guys. And then I'm just going to put these in there. And basically they breed. They just have sex. Yeah, there you go. They have sex, guys. Grow up. Anyways, so these guys go and get it on, and then they produce. And these shouldn't be too long, but I could be wrong. Oh, they need flowers as a requirement. Bees need flowers. So let's get some flowers here. And these should be easy. Rose. Let's go ahead and get some roses here. And this should be pretty decently easy. So if I go ahead and put like this here, and I'm just going to do it on like every one, I guess, just for fun. And you will find these will spread flowers like wildfire. Like literally, it'll be crazy when this happens. And let's go ahead and put these torches back down, since torches are good anyways. There you go. So now these guys are going. You can see their progress bar. So we got the forest ones in. So let's get some of these... Oh no, those are the metals, but let's get some of the forest ones in. Now it looks like we only have 2 forest ones, so that'll have to do for now. And because you need some of the drones, but the good news is some of the other ones will create drones, and then we can put them together. You can also mix and match these. So maybe the ones that I have extras of, I could actually mix this with, say, Meadows drone, which is very possible to do. And in fact, we should probably, maybe we should do a pure breeding and then a non-pure breeding to make this interesting. Yeah, let's do something like that. So here's the mystical ones. This is a mystical drone, and this is a mystical. Oh God, I guess those are fine. Hopefully these aren't like deadly, like they don't blow up or anything. These bees are doing their business now. Oh yeah, they're working great. There you go. And let's get another one of these going here and put their drone in there. And actually, I guess we can do probably one more and put a drone in there. There we go. Then what we're going to do for some of these other ones, since these ones don't have anything here yet, actually I'll keep... yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure we separate them, knowing which ones are which. I'll start on this end instead. We're going to mix and match here. So we're going to take a Forest Princess... yeah, Forest Princess, and put it with a Meadows drone. Oh, isn't that being badass? And then we're gonna take Forest Princess and put it with, okay, yeah, so Forest to that one. Wait, were they exactly the same? Oh well, either way, that should produce us something interesting. And then we can go ahead and we can see what else we have. So princesses and drones, right? So let's type in drones. What do we have for drones? So we have Ender drones, some Steadfast, which are actually really good. We'll keep those for now. We got a Rocky drone, and princesses. We got some Ender princesses. I actually scouted the end and found a couple, and I guess DJ got one or two anyways too, so that was good. Looks like I got too many of them. It's alright. The thing is, we can give the traits and stuff to other people for it anyway, so it's not a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and put the excess amounts in here. And there we go. This is a good start for the bee breeding world. And these here, you won't believe this, but these are actually new flowers that were produced by these. And they will spread it in an AoE form, so... take a look now, guys. Take a look, because one day this will be flowered like crazy. They will create so many flowers everywhere. It's just redonkulous. And I said redonkulous because I'm weird like that. So let's go ahead and put these things in, and let's look for combs. And let's check out all the combs we have. Okay. So let's check out some of the bees we have here, because since we're working on them, the mystic ones. So if you hit U on them, we have a bee add-on. It's like bee NEI plugin or something like that. It'll tell you some information of what you can get. So this will basically tell you how you can get a common. I don't really want to get a common, but at the same time, it looks like these are basic 4 commons. They're not really a special bee, so... now looking at these, it looks like, yeah, common, common, common. Cultivated Queen on the common. Yeah, it's pretty the same. Except this one's called an Invisible Queen. Now this is a bit different. So maybe this is where this bee comes into a special property later on. Mutatable Drone. So it looks like you can actually move the mutatable drone with the Mystical Princess and create an Invisible Queen. Who knows what that makes? It makes a mundane comb, which actually is magic wax and bee wax. What is magic wax for? Magic frames, essence of the everlasting durability, essence of the everlasting I'm not quite sure what those are, but yeah, it looks like you can do something with those. But I feel like that's not actually the full-fledged bee, but maybe it is. It doesn't seem that exciting, because I almost feel like these make mundane ones, but maybe they don't. Yeah, they do. They do make the combs. They're just making higher quantities with the other ones, so there's probably more to it that's not showing. But yeah, and you can check all of them. So basically, our job is to make a common drone, and what you do is you mix the Forest Princess with the Meadows drone, or a modest princess with a meadows drone. Basically, it doesn't really matter. You just basically mix most of the lower type bees, and you're trying to get a common queen. And then you take the common one, and then you mix it with one of those again. So forest, meadows, it really doesn't matter. Modest, wintry, pretty much everything. Cultivated. Oh, actually, those are the higher ones. And then what you're trying to do is make a cultivated drone. And then from the cultivated drone, you're going to take common, and then you're going to go and breed them with that. And then eventually you're going to get Noble Queen, and then you can finally hit Imperial Queen, and basically the sky's the limit there. There is so many drones and so many capabilities. It's ridiculous. It just goes out of control. Let's just put it that way. So those are going to keep going. So I guess now that we've done that, we can start working and doing some of the bee products for fun. Since we have some, we might as well take a look into making certain bee stuff. One of the ones I would like to look into right now is a storage system. So if you go into here, you can see all the forestry blocks, which forestry, of course, has tons of blocks. The cool one here is probably the apiarius chest here, which we can pretty much take any comb here. So the honeycomb is pretty much your default one. So we're going to make the apiarius chest, and this chest holds 200, oh, not 200, I was reading that, but apparently there's 254 species of bees. Oh my god. I will never in my life get through all those. And this is personal. This tells you what you've done. So basically this tells me I have 10 queens. Basically, those numbers only happen through the apiaries and etc. So it's basically telling me in my apiaries I've produced 10 queens. If you automate this or whatever, it doesn't matter. It will keep count of them as long as they're in your apiaries. And how does it know this? Well, if we hit O to hide any eye, inside of this will actually show you owner Cain. So what we can do is restricted private. So I say restricted. Restricted basically means no one can open it except me, or at least take anything out of it. But at the same time, this lets you pipe things in and out. Now, if you turn it to private, I think, then it won't let anyone do it. I'm not quite sure what the shared one is. Oh, shared is everyone, of course. That's the default option. So we just restrict everything. And it's not like, well, we don't trust anyone. It's more like I prefer to keep, prying eyes out of my bees. Like, don't want their eyes looking at my bees. Seems simple. And this puppy over here, we can do the same. Instead, I would rather just private this right away. And this is our, tally. So now we'll keep an eye on this and see what we get. So anything you do with bees outside the apiaries does not get counted for anything. So if I pick up a bee, find a bee, things like that, or somebody gives me a bee, it doesn't count. It basically gives a count of what I've done myself. So that's sort of how that works. So that's the bee chest. I'm going to just call it the bee chest, the apiarius chest. And then you can get into some wild stuff. But I think before we even consider getting into that, we want to get into, say, something like an analyzer. So you know if you're going the right way, if you're doing something right, if you're doing it wrong. You want to be able to look at your work and analyze it. Say, hey, is this right? Is this wrong? If it's wrong, what am I doing wrong? So to do that, we need to make a little bee analyzer. I'm trying to actually find the bee analyzer here. They have a Flutterlizer. That's a cute name. That's for butterflies. Something I've never touched or done ever. There's even one for trees, tree analyzer. Funny thing is I can't find the damn bee analyzer. It's like one of the top things. I'll probably keep passing it. Let's see. I will just search. Oh, is this it? Oh, I wonder if the texture is different. I'm probably just used to it. So you need a carpenter. Ooh, so this is getting into new machine blocks. So carpenter is forestry, of course. So let's go and get a carpenter going. I'm just going to type it in here so we don't have to carp. There we go. So carpenter, there we go. So we're going to need a sturdy casing, which is made out of bronze. And there you go. We're just going to grab all the different bronze and make our sturdy casing. You might as well make a couple of these. Trust me, you'll need them down the road. and some bronze and glass, and there's a carpenter, and there you go. And it's a pretty simple machine. Now this machine, I believe, requires water, and if that's the case, we're going to want to do this properly. Here's the bee analyzer. Yeah, it's going to require water, so we're going to want to hook up this into a water source of some sort, but at the same time use this here. So we could actually do it over here if we wanted to, but instead I prefer to use it over the power source. I'm going to go and hook up something in this area and then put a water source in the back here. I think that should work. You know, some of these were supposed to be downstairs, honestly. Like, this should be downstairs, that should be downstairs, or not that one. This should be downstairs. This was supposed to be our workroom. The next one is our workroom, so maybe we should do this. Ah, there we go. Now, this would make a little more sense. So let's go ahead and check out what we have. So we have a bunch of aqueous accumulators. I'm just going to go ahead with one of those. Now, I'm not sure where these have to be piped in, where they have to be powered. So this might make things a little more annoying. You know what? I wonder. I might try remote I/O, piping these in directly. That would be interesting. It does offer a lot of opportunities. Let's go and see what power requirements require. So first of all, let's get ourselves a power pipe, and those are called conduits. And the conduit requires a redstone, blah, 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 blah. And there we go. And if this is showing some kind of power anywhere... Actually, do these require power, don't they? Yeah, they require power. Interesting. I wonder if the power is buffered in this. Oh yeah, it does show the power in it when you hover over it, but it doesn't actually show it in here. Kind of interesting to know. So we need to do the water, and I'm actually thinking we're going to do this a little different than I expected, but I think it'll be more fun this way. There's water in this, but that's too much of a main source of water. So let's look for covers. Do we have a bunch of covers? Yeah, we do. I'm going to try something a little unique here. This might work, this might not work. Let's go ahead and create these covers to hold the water in. Oh god, that scared me. And here's some aqueous accumulator, and then we'll put one here, and then we'll put one here. There we go. Now we need a bucket. Bucket of water. Ooh, we got 2 buckets of water right in here anyways. Bucket of water, and that thing should be flowing beautiful. So the remote I/O, what I'm hoping to do is literally remotely link this I/O, please. I'm hoping to remotely do this with this block. So let's type in remote I/O here, remote, and let's look at the upgrades. So T1 upgrade increases the range of the block. We're probably going to need this and then the upgraded range. I'm going to do it anyways. It's just redstone, glowstone. Oh no! Range, get back here, you bitch. There we go. Okay, the next one we're going to want to probably have is some kind of thermal expansion power. No. Something related to liquids. So, fluid upgrade allows for basic transport of fluids. That seems like what we want. Is that a blank yet? And then we have to figure out cross-dimensional upgrade. Interesting. Redstone upgrade, applied energistics, Uber. I don't even think, I could be wrong, but I don't know if we need anything besides that. It might just work naturally. So let's put this on top of this. And let's right click it and put the 2 upgrades in there. And then now what we're going to do is get our little I/O linker. And what we're going to do is we're going to go upstairs, or downstairs I guess. And we're going to go and shift right click this. Jump all the way upstairs. And right click this. And oh, it turned on. Nice. And if this works like I'm hoping, oops, there we go. This should have water in it. And it does. Look at that. That is awesome. So instead of having to worry for the cables getting anywhere, which gets the pain in the ass, we could just do that. So now what we're going to do is make our bee analyzer. So the bee analyzer requires tin, diamonds, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So let's go ahead and bee Why did I type in B? Glass. So we're gonna need some glass pane, some tin, some redstone, some diamonds, or diamonds if you want to call them that. I'll ban you for it. There we go. And unfortunately you can't like shift click these in. You gotta actually, and this one's weird, you actually build them like here and you put the materials in here. So don't over put the materials in there if you don't want more than one of these analyzers. Let's just put it that way. Piece of redstone, and then the diamond. There you go. So there it is. It's building it now. And it's a bit of a process. Ta-da! Oops, there it is. It's like, ta-da! Okay, so there is our bee analyzer. So basically you put bees in there and they identify them, tell you information about them. It's pretty wonderful. Now, one of the fueling is honey. Yes. You can believe it? Honey is the fuel. And no, not me. Tainted honey. Sounds kind of crazy. So to get honey, you basically can get it for almost everything you can think of. The downside is you need a centrifuge. So now we make another special block. A centrifuge. It's like French, guys. I wonder if it is French. It kind of sounds French, doesn't it? So here we go. We're going to go centrifuge and centrifuge. And make our centrifuge. Ta-da! And thankfully this one only requires a conduit, as far as I know. It doesn't require anything too crazy and special. And you can watch that flowing through in there. Oh, beautiful. And you can hover over this and it'll tell you the power. I love this add-on just because it tells me that there's power in there. I know it's actually working. And basically you just take your honeycombs and you put them in here and you get honey out of it. It's honestly as easy and simple as it is. And depending on the honeycomb, you get different properties with it. So if we type in honey again, honey baby, you can see the different ones. Like this gives you propolis, this one gives you snowballs, and beeswax, and crystalline pollen. They have different properties. Pulsating propolis, that must be mystical, yeah. Mysterious, I think that one might be the one that turns into, yeah. So if you go through all this, you can make an ender pearl. It's quite a complex process. You got wheat comb, it gives you wheat, yes. You got everything. The bone meal one I actually like. That is cool. That's one bee I might do for fun, a bone comb. But if you go through them, there's quite a bit. There was redstone ones you could see, and there's even, I think, diamond. Like, literally you can make diamonds from them. You just have to go through them. This is like a dye combs. Nickel. There's a quartz one. Yes, that's a quartz. I think there might be even a Certus quartz, but I could be wrong. And I'm going through them again, but there's more than what I'm even showing you. But there you go. You get the honey, and then you basically can identify bees with this. So I don't think we might... Well, there might be one done, or getting close before the end of this episode. We probably won't be able to use it till next episode. Yeah, it's getting there, but we won't make it in time for this episode. But you could see the combs. Some of them are producing combs, some of them not. I mean, they don't produce a zillion amounts of comb. You can actually work on their traits and make them produce a lot more combs. There's some bees that just have them by natural that are more comby type bees. But basically you put the honey in there, and then you can put the bees through it and identify them. So since I have all these combs, I'm going to just off camera turn them into honey, and then that way I have extra honey to use my analyzer. And whoops, we're up one too many. There we go. So yeah, I'll just put more in here and just go through the process. And yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's a fun mod to play. It's not like a requirement or a need for it. It's more of enjoyment of doing it. I like the bee breeding. I like to try to get to the top stuff. And there is some kind of cool stuff like ambrosia is a really great food slash. It's not even about the food, but it's like a dot heal, I think, on it, and I think it might even temporarily buff you, things like that. So some of them are definitely worth having, period. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.